Thomas, the voice of reason, and this is Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling. I am here with my broadcast colleague, Brent Fleener.
And what a night of wrestling action in store for this capacity crowd, Thomas. My goodness, you can absolutely, I know that it's a little overused, you can feel the electricity in this venue tonight.
Absolutely, the electricity here is amazing. These fans are hyped, they're happy. There's a bunch of snot-nosed brats in the front row.
Oh, for the love of Pete, already now, starting on this crowd. Boy, it's gonna be a long night, but a good one nonetheless.
It is going to be a long night, Fleener, but thankfully there are men like Victor Andrews here with us at Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling to take the edge off. These are the men that we come to see, Mr. Everything.
This young New Yorker is here to prove that he is, in fact, everything wrestling needs and or has missed. I'm very excited about this contest. Thomas, boy, I mean, these people are going to be treated to, I mean, the opening contest here is going to be an absolute barn burner for sure.
I can't knock Unfiltered Sean Cruz. The man is talented. He's won matches up and down on the East Coast. Hey, look, I'm the first to tell you, I wouldn't want to get in the ring with him. I'd want you to, but I wouldn't want to.
Well, you're going to be waiting a while for that to happen. Cruz seething, pacing back and forth.
Look at him, he's like an animal in a cage.
Waiting on Mr. Everything to get, and he's going to show him a thing or two for sure, as now Mr. Everything has made his way up onto the apron and very athletically enters. Oh, wait a minute now, we're not waiting for the opening bell. These boys getting acquainted quite early, Thomas.
Immediately the two men lock up into the corner. I was going to say, you know, if you're Victor, I don't know that I would want to push him like this, man. He's angry.
Man, my goodness, missed with that big right hand was Andrews, my gosh.
Don't fight a bulldog head on, man. There's no reason for that. Take your time, breathe, but I don't know if that's what he's gonna do. Sean Cruz here with that side headlock.
And very early on here.
Grinding it in.
ABT very early on here, both of these individuals look pretty evenly matched. Nice armbar now being applied by Cruz. Oh, wait a minute now, nice escape by Mr. Everything.
And oh
my goodness gracious.
A two, only a two.
Garnering only a two, maybe 2 1/8.
And I tell you, this is the kind of action you see here at Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling. Sean Cruz, I mean, he's angry. He's still angry. Look at him. He's like a mad dog, but he wants a piece of Victor Andrews.
I think he wants more than a piece, maybe a wheelbarrow load, and he is trying to get it here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, what a wrenching, oh, wait a minute now, reversal by Mr. Everything. Now both wrestlers to their feet. What a the promos leading up to this competition have been, or to this match, these two men have chided each other. They have hollered, screamed at every rooftop.
Sean Cruz, hold on. Sean Cruz took time off of his vacation to cut a promo at a cruise ship to tell us, hey, like, I want a piece of this guy. He wanted everybody here in this arena to know, I want him. But right now, he's getting him. He's getting him because Victor Andrews is in charge.
Well, Andrews, huge knee to the guts of Cruz, followed by a huge club-like forearm to the back, and now backing him into that far corner. Oh, wait a minute, a reversal.
Oh!
Huge open hand to the chest, followed by two more. Wait, missing with a chop. Oh, my goodness.
Echoed through the arena.
Oh!
Duck. And up goes Wait, what?
Oh, my gosh, nice head scissor takeover now.
Wait. Cruz, he's got him.
And
he turns it around and, oh! Hey, you know what? It doesn't have to be pretty to work.
I guarantee you, that is definitely going to leave some sort of mark. Or
Cruz, he's trying to get him up, but Cruz is trying to fight out. Look, he's trying to get out of it. He's struggling.
My goodness, just
Down
dumping the entire weight of Cruz onto the knee was Mr. Everything.
Mr. Everything, this guy is a star. You're looking at greatness, Brent, in the ring right now.
Carries himself certainly much like that, as he is now, oh my goodness, just driving the knee again into the breadbasket. Cruz, Mr. Everything going to work early.
I'll be back. I'm going to go pick up one of Sean Cruz's ribs. Wait, cover.
Oh,
quick kick out.
Very quick kick out indeed.
But you know, sometimes a quick kick out is a good idea. You stall the guy, you put him down, like it changes the pace. It's not a bad plan, especially when you have a guy that's full of steam like Sean Cruz is. It's not a bad idea to ground him just a minute.
And Mr. Everything, should certainly learn to maybe cover that leg a little bit better, because it's going to take a little more than that.
That is true.
To pin.
Wait. Oh, and Sean Cruz is tied up in the ropes now.
Oh, gracious Lord. What a fast.
Wait. Oh,
my. Just, obliterating Cruz into that far corner is Mr. Everything, now dragging him to the middle. Oh, wait, now.
Only a two.
Should have grabbed that other leg.
Wait a minute, look, I think he's trying to take him down here.
These two men, it has been an absolute square dance in a blender from the onset. The bell didn't even ring.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think Sean Cruz is tapping out.
No. I don't think he has the ability. He's just not built for it. But he is trying feverishly to escape.
You could call him stubborn, you could call him stupid, I don't know. But he's definitely not a man that's going to tap out easy, that's for sure. And right now he's trying to will these people here. Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling, he's trying to get them behind him.
And please log on to www.matwonline.com for all things Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling.
You can see where to see me.
For the love of Pete. I've seen enough.
And you can see where to see Mr. Everything. Victor Andrews, who is in firm control of this match. Sean Cruz is in a world of trouble right now.
He is totally...
Wait, up.
Oh,
no.
Wait, now escaping what certainly would look to be, my goodness, almost decapitating Mr. Everything is Sean Cruz.
Mr. Everything is now in trouble. Swing. Cruz just blew it off. He kind of blocked it that time.
Nice block, and followed by a right to the midsection now of Mr. Everything is Cruz. Oh, and a reversal now. Whoa, just
But you know, I'm going to say the strikes look like Cruz might be a little winded, bro.
Well,
he might be a little
oh,
exhausted.
my goodness.
I say that.
Belly to back suplex. Oh, only a two.
But this is what happens when you come in, adrenaline, head of steam. You're going hard right from the get. Maybe Victor Andrews was a little more reserved.
I'll guarantee you, referee Dustin Pruitt is certainly has his work cut out for him in this one as well. Working very hard are all three men in the ring.
Sean Cruz into the corner there.
Just driving his entire weight.
Very smart by Victor Andrews.
It certainly was, I must admit. Followed by a huge elbow to the side of the head and or jaw of Cruz. Oh, what a power slam now.
Cover.
By Mr. Everything. Oh, my.
Only a two.
Only a 2 count. My goodness, how does Cruz Thomas have the wherewithal to kick out of that? How does he even know where he is at this point?
This crowd seems, they seem firmly behind Sean Cruz.
No doubt about it.
And
the standing room only crowd has certainly made a choice in this.
They have made the wrong choice, Brent.
Oh, well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, big elbow and forearm now to the side of the head.
Wait, up, and down goes Victor Andrews, Sean Cruz. This crowd behind him.
And he has become, second wind doesn't quite describe it, energized is more like it.
Look. But Victor cut him off.
He certainly did, but back on the attack now. Oh, and missing now.
Smart ring awareness.
My goodness.
Victor Andrews.
Andrews grabbing that second rope,
down,
and there we
cover.
go.
1, 2, 3, It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner. Victor Andrews, your winner here in this one. Stand by.
Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews, victorious. Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling. You were watching professional wrestling, Brent.
Most certainly at its finest. Folks, we thank you so very much for joining us. And now I think I'm supposed to.
You should.
Well,
he'll like you.
I'm sure he will. So, folks, stand by. An interview with your winner, Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews.
My colleague Brent Fleener has left the table to go interview Mr. Everything. Mr. Everything talking to the crowd here. You know, the thing is, he doesn't need them to be successful. He doesn't need them to be a star. He is a star. Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews, victorious here, Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling. You can see him and all the stars of MATW as we come to your town, matwonline.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am standing here with your winner. He is indeed Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews. Whoa. What's my name? Victor Andrews, Mr. Everything.
When you say my name, you say it loud and proud and with conviction. When I keep my name out to my, what you thought was gonna happen, huh? You guys played the little easy that kid and thought you could beat me?
I will say that it was a very hard-fought victory for you. You were in there with a very game individual in Sean Cruz, sir.
It's all smoke and mirrors, brother. Smoke and mirrors.
Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews, your winner. Stay tuned for more Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling.
That is Aiden Chambers of the Tar Dynasty. You put some respect on his name when you talk about him, Brent Fleener. Look at this man, 198 pounds of awesome.
And this Tar Dynasty group has come here tonight to plant a flag, Thomas.
I'm going to tell you.
I just hope it's not in the middle of their competition's chest.
I'm going to tell you, PQ and CW are thick as thieves. But Preston Quinn and CW Anderson are thick as thieves. But the Tar Dynasty, there's 3 of these guys, and they are in sync with each other.
Everywhere you look in this arena, hashtag join the dynasty. These 2 individuals that are in the ring are quite determined. What I was going to say is that these 2 individuals are hell-bent and determined to eradicate the young Richmonder, the young iron pile known as Sledge Gibson. Thomas, what a individual, he is amassing quite a win-loss record in his very young career.
The purveyor of RBA strong style, Sledge Gibson is an absolute force to be reckoned with. But there's a Tar brother in the corner of Aiden Chambers. These 3, I'm telling you, you fight one of them, you fight the other 2.
Kind of a Freebird situation, isn't it?
Gibson's going to have to understand that.
Referee Todd Myers now checking Gibson. The only weapon he brought to the ring, I can assure you, are those 2 fists, his just mighty physique, and the will to win like none other.
Sledge Gibson is fast for a guy his size as well. Aiden Chambers, you talk about the weapon you bring into the ring. Aiden Chambers, look at he's arrogant, he's cocky, and I say that in a good way because this man is confident. He knows that he's got Gibson's number here.
Well, from his actions, I'm quite sure he does not know who Sledge Gibson is. He's finna find out, I guarantee it, as he is pushed back quite quickly by the young competitor from Richmond. Oh!
Smart. See, that's smart. Smart decision by Aiden Chambers. You can wrestle your match. There's no reason to meet Sledge Gibson head on.
Gibson now. Oh my goodness! That was not a smart move on Gibson's part.
Aiden Chambers is a wolf, and you never turn your back on the wolf.
Never, ever turn your back on the competition. Oh, wait a minute now. Gibson coming to life.
Against the ropes.
He almost rearranged the dentistry there of Chambers. Big smack, open-handed to the left side of his face. Big kick to the gut now. Whipped into the far ropes.
Wait.
Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, my.
Gibson reversing.
Oh,
chop them down.
What a knife edge chop now, administered by Gibson.
Chopped him down to the ground. Aiden Chambers now.
So when do you think Chambers realized that he is in here with somebody that's going to give him all he's going to give out?
You know, the look on Chambers' face kind of says maybe this is a little more than I thought it was going to be. And you and I both know Sledge Gibson, a very, very talented individual.
Up and down the East Coast, this man has faced each and every challenge in quite the same order, and that is headlong. With all the determination one could muster, and my goodness now.
In the corner.
Going to work on in the far corner is Gibson. Wait a minute, whipping Chambers into the near corner.
And Gibson, takes to the air.
Huge
Look at that.
splash. My goodness, Chambers receiving 2 of those now.
Chambers in the ropes.
Doesn't look like there'll be a third. Oh, wait now.
And look at that. Look at that. Just
the Tar brothers outside grabbing Chambers. Maybe want to slow down here, youngster.
cares so much about Chambers, he gave him a call.
Oh,
down goes Sledge Gibson. Again, Aiden Chambers very confident in himself.
I don't necessarily agree with the move that was made, but it was quite smart.
Wait.
Bought him some time, but wait, he jumps off the apron into the waiting arms of but
Sledge Gibson. And look at this. Now, Sledge is chasing out. chasing around the ring with the Tar Brother, but he's taking his eyes off of Aiden Chambers. I don't think that's a good idea.
Not at all. Certainly the match started that way. Gibson turning his back on a very...
And there we go.
And kind of hard to see over this capacity crowd what is going on outside the ring, but the action has spilled out onto the floor. And I think Gibson's down.
Gibson is down. Aiden Chambers now in firm control. Chambers rolls him into the ring.
Unceremoniously at that.
And the cover.
Wait a minute here.
Oh, only a 2 count.
Todd Myers on top of the action.
That close to the pinfall and the win, but Sledge Gibson is no slouch. He's not going down easy.
It's going to take a whole lot more than that, Mr. Chambers.
Oh, down goes Gibson.
That, I guarantee you, that's one way to get it started, for sure.
A 2 count and only a 2 count by Aiden Chambers. Sledge Gibson on the ground right now. Chambers in firm control, picks him up. He sends him outside. Wait, Gibson.
But Gibson very wisely grabbing that top rope, and now,
Wait a minute. Gibson, look at that. Oh, over the back of Chambers into the ropes. Gibson.
That is one way to re-enter, for sure.
And Chambers grabbed the ropes. Very smart. Oh, and just the kick to the face of Sledge Gibson.
Very early on, one could certainly notice
Cover
that.
1, 2. Oh, only a 2 by Aiden Chambers.
I was going to say that one could certainly notice right away that Chambers is no slouch to this game. He is a very wily veteran and knows his way around the confines of the ring for sure, as he now drags Gibson to his feet.
Chambers has Gibson up. Gibson.
Escaping that suplex now is Sledge Gibson.
Elbow to the face. Chambers is dazed. A swing and a miss. Oh, no miss from Sledge Gibson.
My Lord. What a just chain reaction of maneuvers from both individuals now, as they are both.
Let's talk about the awareness. Both of these guys are very aware of where they are in the ring at all times. And you've seen Chambers grab the ropes to prevent that roll-up. You saw Gibson just bounce off the ropes out of nowhere.
Very wisely put, Thomas, because...
Of course it was.
I tell you.
And Chambers now just dumps Gibson. Dumps him, but he turned his back. I wouldn't turn my back on Sledge Gibson.
And now Tar Brother
trying to help him back in the ring.
Of course he is. I'm not so sure that
Wait. The referee is illegally throwing out the person who's here to advise Aiden Chambers.
Because he saw him driving fists probably. I couldn't really see it.
He was just trying to help.
Okay. That's Gibson. One way to help someone into the ring. Here,
Gibson,
take 2 or 3 of these, Gibson.
Chambers is down.
And helping him up is Gibson. And now a reversal by Chambers.
Oh, chop to the chest.
Big chop.
Gibson.
Ringing out throughout this arena. And now reversal.
Gibson. Oh, beautiful.
What a
beautiful slam.
What a power slam now by the young Sledge.
Only
Gibson.
a 2 count. I thought that might be it, Brent.
It was certainly on its way to being so. I am totally shocked that Chambers was able to kick out of it. Because Sledge Gibson had grabbed that. He had certainly tightened up those legs too in trying to gain the pin. Chambers wasn't having it. Oh, big boot now to the face of Gibson from Chambers, who was going to the high rent district. This might not be the smartest thing he could do. And Gibson proving why as he drives that big fist.
And Gibson is a tall man too. Sledge Gibson is
not going to
have
be
the
good.
leverage.
Oh boy, this is not going to be good. Whatever the outcome of it will be, has the makings of a superplex. Chambers trying desperately to fight out of it.
Oh, a headbutt.
My goodness, that'll get it done maybe. As Gibson falls.
And Chambers is still perched on that rope. He's up and down.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Gibson rolled through. Gibson rolling through, he's got him.
And he has
Chambers.
picked him up from the prone position now.
Chambers.
Oh, my.
Cover. 1, 2, 3. It's
Ladies
over.
and gentlemen, your winner, Sledge Gibson. In fantastic style. My goodness gracious. What a win here.
Sledge Gibson victorious over Aiden Chambers of the Tar Dynasty. MATW is on notice. Sledge Gibson racking up the win.
And certainly no surprise, these ravenous wrestling fans signaling their approval of such.
These are the kind of stars you see here of Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling. Sledge Gibson going out, shaking hands, kissing babies. I wouldn't waste my time with all that. I'd head back, get my check, and go home.
And certainly,
Sledge and I are slightly different people.
that's an
I
understatement.
realize how much we look alike, but nevertheless, Sledge, we have the same physique. We're both sculpted. We both look like guys.
I'm not so sure where that money for your gym membership went, Tom.
The Tar Dynasty is making their way out here. These guys are absolute units, as they say. I'm looking so forward to this match, Brett. These guys, this is professional wrestling at its finest. Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling, this is a match you can show people and say, this is what we're all about. The Tar Dynasty with Aiden Chambers, the ever-present Aiden Chambers.
Fans, we certainly thank you for joining us for another action-packed broadcast of MATW, Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling.
Brutal Bob Evans, Tough Tim Hughes, these guys are forced to be reckoned with. I think you're taking too much time playing to these crowd.
And ladies
I
and
don't know that I
gentlemen,
would do that if I were them, but
ladies and gentlemen, joining us here, the cavalcade of superstardom never ceases to amaze me as Thomas. We have been joined by Ring of Honor standouts, Tough Guy Inc.
That's Brutal Bob Evans, Tough Tim Hughes. These guys, they're very talented wrestlers in their own right, but they're up against the Tar Dynasty. And I told you, I've said it many times in the course of the MATW television program, when you fight the Tar Dynasty, there are 3 of them, and you're fighting all 3 of them.
That is absolutely correct, as we have alluded to time and time again. And I'll guarantee you this too, Thomas. It doesn't matter where you came from. You're at MATW now, where the competition is at its highest level.
Look at the Tars. Everybody's looking at Bob Hughes, and they're looking at Bob Evans and Tim Hughes. Look at the Tars.
Bob Evans is a large individual.
He's been very, look, he's
wait a minute.
smacking him with the towel. Come on. Disqualify him. I don't think the match is started.
Just a little locker room play before the foray begins. Nothing wrong with that, Thomas.
That's a foreign object. Cheating out of the gate. Or Tough Guy Inc.
You are incredulous.
Incredible is it?
Incredible. Yeah, but I am incredulous at your incredibility. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the standing room only crowd now is most certainly showing its love for Tough Guy Inc. early on as they prepare to square off.
Dustin Tar in the ring
against perhaps all 3 members of Tar Dynasty.
But Dustin is poised and ready. And look, the towel, again, the foreign object. Has the bell's rung, right?
Not yet.
Disqualification.
Dustin Pruitt now trying in vain. Well, no, he's finally got a hold of it. Now, towel is gone. Are you satisfied, Thomas?
I am.
So the foreign object, as described by one Alexander B. Thomas, is now outside the ring. Shirts off, getting ready to get down to business. Oh, wait.
Cheating, again with the cheating. If Tough Guy Inc. wins this, it's a tainted victory.
Well, they're certainly trying their best, level best at that, to bring this capacity crowd to its feet. And they have picked, they have chosen.
The bell has rung, and Tim Hughes.
This crowd has spoken. And so now,
this is going to be an excellent contest between 4 very talented individuals. Never mind the antics of Tim Hughes right now. The man is extremely talented.
Both individuals now sizing one another up. And referee Dustin Pruitt calling now for the action to begin, and it certainly has. Wrenching
I gotta say, I don't really know if the antics of Tough Guy Inc. have thrown the Tars off their game. Dustin, oh, look at that. Tim rolled with him. A smart maneuver. That's the kind of stuff you see from these guys. That's the kind of stuff you see in Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling.
Quite athletic is the young Tar brother now, as he escapes from that wrist lock and goes to work on the back now.
It's Christian, and there goes Christian. Down he goes.
High hip toss now.
Tim Hughes reaches out, tag to Brutal Bob Evans.
Here comes the brutal one indeed. Very large individual, Brutal Bob. Headbutt to the shoulder, followed by a big club, and now going back to work on that left arm. That wrist lock. Just back and forth in both directions now is Brutal Bob.
I think we have a Tar brother in trouble right now. He needs to reach back out and tag his brother. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Dustin is back in.
Dustin Tar met.
Dustin is out.
By Brutal Bob, who unceremoniously flips the young Tar brother. I'm not sure that Dustin Pruitt didn't see that. I certainly did.
Brutal Bob Evans in firm control right now. Look at this.
and just trying, I mean, Brutal Bob putting all of his weight into that wrist lock.
I'm going to say this, though. You know, as good as Tough Guy Inc. are, I think they might be slightly underestimating what they're up against here with the Tar Dynasty.
And it can certainly be said it was an unwise decision in doing that. Huge slam now by
Upside down.
Evans. And another on the other Tar brother.
And again, going for the ride. I was letting buy a ticket to that one, Fleeter.
I gotta tell you,
Down he goes.
Brutal Bob has been. Whoa, don't do that. Oh my goodness,
Brutal Bob almost got himself disqualified. He was just feeling it. Oh, sends Tim Hughes head of steam into both Tar brothers, into Dustin.
Hughes now
Close under Christian.
running marathon-like in between both ring posts, corner to corner now, forearm or clothesline upon
Tim
clothesline.
Hughes has worn himself out.
He is certainly winded and justifiably so.
Brutal Bob Evans.
Wait a minute,
It's
Evans
time
is
one
telling
more time.
Tim to go, telling Hughes perhaps to go approach the high rent district. Wait a minute now, another, two clotheslines and a third now.
And Dustin and Christian are trying to just catch their wind. They're trying to get themselves back in the game. And they don't have a chance to because Tim, look at that, stomp the mat and make them fall. Knock them off their balance. I mean, that's smart.
Tough absolutely doesn't even begin to describe Tough Guy Inc.
Bob Evans, Tough Tim Hughes in absolute control of this match right now. Brutal Bob and Tough Tim. Let's see what they got going on here. Taking time. See, they're taking time. Again, I'm going to say I think they're slightly underestimating. Wait.
Oh! Wait a minute.
There you go.
That might be the way to do that.
I think they're taking a lot of time here, though. The crowd is fully behind them, and they're enjoying that. I understand that, but I'm telling you, you can't underestimate Dustin, Christian Tar, and Aiden Chambers.
All four individuals now were out on the floor.
Look, Dustin. The clubbing blow, dragging him back in.
And say what you will about Tough Guy Inc. I mean, you know, all the erratic behavior and whatnot, but the Tar brothers were completely spent, Thomas.
All four of these guys can get it done between the ropes. There's no question about that. But right now, Dustin Tar is in firm control. Tim Hughes, the tag in. Brother Christian comes
Now
in.
Christian comes in and is already going to work on Tim Hughes,
Oh, shot to the gut, trying to fight back.
who not only has been wrestling some 4 or 5 minutes, but let's not forget, the guy was running back and forth for like 2 minutes.
And he's in the lion's den. He's right there in the Tar Dynasty's place, trying to fight back, but he can't quite do it. Down goes Tim Hughes. You got to give him credit for being on their side of the ring and still trying to fight out.
And as is customary in the Mid-Atlantic territory, cutting off that ring is key. And that has happened here for the Tar Dynasty, as they have certainly.
We've scoured the globe here in Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling to find the best professional wrestlers that you can find anywhere. And you're looking at 4 of them right now in the ring.
And where you can join the riveting live wrestling action, please log on to www.matwonline.com to find out where you can
Cover.
join us. Oh, wait, cover.
2, only a 2.
Very close now.
He's got that headlock cinched in. This is a good idea. You know, the antics of Tough Guy 8.
Rear
Trying to get the
chin lock.
crowd behind them. They're trying to get the adrenaline going. There is no reason to let them do that. Keep him on the ground. Keep him down.
And this rear chin lock is so wise in so many ways. But Thomas, he's cutting off the air on an already winded Tim Hughes, who now has broken that and has gone to work, back to work rather. Oh, DDT!
Down goes Dustin Tar. And Christian right there to stop this tag. Wait, Tim kicks him off.
Most
Tim,
certainly.
he's running. Can he make it? Can he make it?
Might be a little fight left to Tim Hughes after all as he kicks off Dustin Tar.
Christian holding it down. Trying to push Christian off. And the Tars have done an excellent job at stopping that tag. They know they don't want Bob Evans in that ring.
And yet again, listen, regardless of what you may think about them, so wise in how they have cut that ring in half. And I'm telling you, for the past several moments, Hughes has not.
Oh, down he goes.
That is the closest that Tim Hughes has gotten to tagging his partner in about 2.5, 3 minutes.
And it's sad because Christian and Dustin Tar, the Bond brothers have. These guys know what they're going to do.
I guarantee you, God help both of them if Hughes is able to make that tag.
Wait a minute. Christian is down.
To the back of the head, that boot landed firmly.
Hughes is crawling, and Dustin Tar cuts him off. An excellent move by Dustin Tar.
Two huge elbows now by Dustin Tar to the back of the head of Tim Hughes. Now Hughes picked up and is just slammed.
Down goes Tim Hughes. Dustin Tar needed the face. And staring down Brutal Bob.
I was just getting ready to say what the look that he gave Brutal Bob says it all.
It took them a minute to get into gear here because they weren't quite sure what to make of Tough Guy Inc.'s endings at the beginning. But look at this. The Tar Dynasty has adapted. They've overcome. That's what they're doing right now. Isolating Tim Hughes and dismantling Tim Hughes.
Christian and Dustin going to work.
You talk about absolutely dismantling the wrestler. That's what you're seeing right now with the Tar Dynasty.
They are systematically picking him apart. Limb by limb. Phalange by phalange.
You can't say that on air, can you?
I wasn't told I couldn't. Hey, listen, I'm calling it as I see it.
Dustin, wait a minute.
Oh, my, very wisely. I don't know how he escaped from that. But Hughes.
Dustin, Dustin not necessarily taking the time to check on his brother, tried to cut Tim off and stop him, but no, Tim makes the tag.
That tag has been made, and here is Brutal Bob Evans blocking that huge right from Christian Tar.
He throws one brother into another brother.
Now he's trying to explain, I didn't mean it.
Oh, Brutal Bob just taking it to Dustin and Christian Tar. Just punch after punch after punch. Oh, down go both members of the Tar Dynasty.
Both club-like fists of Brutal Bob Evans landing on each of the Tar brothers' foreheads.
It's a Brutal Bob avalanche. That's the last thing you want.
And what possibly could be in store?
Down goes both members of the Tar Dynasty. The Mid-Atlantic Territory Wrestling crowd firmly behind Brutal Bob Evans. Fiercely bringing MATW. Well, look, Christian Tar's up.
Big shoulder tackle now by Evans. And another one on Dustin Tar.
Just throwing his whole weight into it.
And Tim Hughes has made it back up onto the apron here and is tagged in again, climbing to perhaps that top rope, and most certainly has.
Hughes is up.
Oh, wait a minute, didn't make it quite up there. But does make it back into the ring, picking up Dustin Tar, but is met with a huge knee.
I think Hughes realized that was not the way to go. And that's, again, ring awareness. These guys have been around long enough to know.
Wait a minute.
1, 2, 3. Yes!
Whoa.
Yes!
And in, oh my goodness, I can't even believe what I just saw.
That was great.
I cannot believe after the beating. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed very possibly one of the most erratic matches I think I've ever witnessed. Thomas, my goodness.
Brutal Bob Evans, tough Tim Hughes, an amazing effort, a fantastic showing, but they did not get the win tonight. Dustin and Christian Tar of the Tar Dynasty.
I can tell you that almost from the opening bell, Tough Guy Inc. was in almost complete control of this matchup. It is amazing that the Tar Dynasty is your victor here.
They're pleading their case, but that's not how it works. The referee's decision is the referee's decision. Brent Fuller going over to interview Tar. Tough Guy Inc.'s argument. Their argument argument is invalid completely. Hold on.
Tar Dynasty, the Tar brothers, Dustin and Christian. Tell you what, gentlemen, you had your hands full tonight, for certain.
Had our hands full. Had our hands full. Listen, this Tar Dynasty train, it keeps on rolling and rolling and rolling, and can't nobody stop it, man. We got Tough Guy Inc., not the real life freaks, not nobody. Tar Dynasty.
Certainly, as long as Cheaters is the engineer of that train, more victories to come, I'm sure.
Hey, and don't you worry about Aiden Chambers. He's just fine, okay? He just knew we could handle this on our own.
Ladies and gentlemen, victorious here tonight, the Tar Dynasty. More wrestling action here at NATW. Right after this.
Thank you.